Okay, that should be good. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Anthology. I am so sorry for being gone so long. Honestly, just had to figure some things out with life, and you know, stuff just happens to me. Honestly, things just happen. But I'm here with a new Star Wars: The Old Republic series. I currently would like to do a hardcore series, and my idea of that, I have the rules right in front of me here. If you've never heard of I've heard of Nuzlocke and things like that for Pokemon and things like that. I've seen playthroughs of just people who make rules to make the game a little bit tougher. And to me, Star Wars: The Old Republic is not really a hard game. But what I'd like to do is do kind of a One Life or Dead type of series. And what I did, I found this interesting channel on YouTube called Leia's Lair. Totally full respect to this channel because they have a lot of quizzes, a lot of things you can do to figure out what kind of race you are in Star Wars, what kind of crystals you have, what your personality is. It's very in depth, and I really mad respect to Leia's Lair. But the rules are right in front of me here. The race I found is apparently I am a Togruta race, which is Ahsoka Tano's race from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, or Shakti from the Jedi High Council. So that's going to be my race for it. And I found that my class is Sentinel. The Sentinel class essentially is the in between a consular and a Jedi Guardian. Usually what they do is they cross the boundaries that the Guardians and the Consulars don't really like to do. The Sentinels are a very good mix between combat and force ability, which is honestly perfect for what I want to do here, because I'm not gonna make this easy on myself. This is not gonna be a easy series to do. But if you are wondering about the last series I did, I had to get rid of it because my character got hacked, and it just was deleted when I logged in one day, and a few other of my characters that I made were glitched out, and I could not get access to them, so I had to make a whole new account, and, like I said, things just happened to me. But I'm back, and I am really excited to do this. So 5-second decisions. What that means is there's going to be a lot of moments where I'm going to be talking to either another Jedi or some type of enemy, and I will only have 5 seconds each to answer each incoming statement. And if I do not answer in 5 seconds, I will tally it up after every single episode, and I will do 5 push-ups. I'm not kidding here. 5 push-ups for every time I go over the limit. Now, the only exception with this rule is for impossible decisions. And what I mean by impossible decisions is the life or death of a character. That is permanent, a permanent change to my story. Those are impossible decisions. I will call it out every single time. You guys can too, as well. You can let me know if you feel that something was an impossible decision and I just rushed through it, or that I should have taken more time with a certain answer. Here's my big thing with this. I have to role play my character, so this is going to be a little tough for me. This is going to be a hard thing for me to do because I'm not used to role playing any type of character out loud. I've never done it before. I'll see how it works. I'll see what you guys think of it. If it's not good, you guys can let me know, and I'll just stop it altogether and let you know. But I will have to role play the character I make. That'll be a little weird for me at first, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I will pause the game or go to the pause menu to tell you something that I want to do in my own words instead of the actual character's words. That will be where I'm going with that. And here probably is where I am going to be just the most messed up from. I'm only allowed 10 powers, so anyone who has played Star Wars: The Old Republic knows you get so many powers. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You get everything and anything you could think of to take down your opponent here. I am going to be limiting myself to 10 powers max. That's not including the fast travel and like default healing abilities that I get or buff abilities. It's just 10 main powers past what I get in the beginning. And that's it. And of course, I get one life. Once I have died after I get my after the three, I believe it's three bots that will come up to you after you die once, and you can respawn right at that point. After those 3 are gone, I only have 1 life, and that's it. So technically, I have 4 lives, but that's it. After that, I'm done. I have to end the series, and that's it. So this could go 5 episodes. It could go 50. Could go all the way. I have no idea. But I think that's what makes it really fun to me. Another big rule, once in a while on the game, you will get a 1.25 times XP for completing a certain mission. It will just give you a buff for an hour. And what I'm going to make for that rule, for when I get those, because you will at some point, you have to, well, I'm going to have to wait double the time that I use them to be able to use it again. So if it's 1 hour, I have to wait another 2 hours of footage and or game time to use one again, even if I have 3, 4, 5, whatever. Next rule, this is going to be a little tough. Med packs you can buy for about 250 to about 300, I believe, credits. They're not cheap. They're really not cheap in the beginning game. But every time I use one, I have to wait a half an hour, 30 minutes, before I can use one again entirely in game time. So that's basically a 1 per episode, which I believe is fair. You know, already they limit it to 1 med pack use per battle, which that's okay, but there's a lot of battles, so it's basically just infinite. Here's another thing that's probably going to ruin me in the end. I cannot wear headgear. If you know anything about the Togruta race in Star Wars The Old Republic, it doesn't even show if they're wearing a helmet or anything like that, or even a hood. I mean, maybe it does, with someone's figured it out, maybe modded it, but you will not see the headgear anytime when they're in your inventory. So I just said, forget the headgear entirely. I'll wear armor from chest down. That will be basically it. I have no headgear. For lightsabers, since I'm a Sentinel class, I will have 2 lightsabers, so that is a plus for me. But I will at some point have to implement a yellow crystal, because I did take a quiz on what my color would be, and it is in fact yellow. So I'm the most classic Sentinel in the Star Wars universe you could possibly get. I am like traditionalist, basically, for Sentinel class. And here's another interesting thing that this might ruin me as well. No side quests can be completed until I do the main story on that planet. So, and I mean any side quest. I mean anything that's even good. If it has really good loot, I can't do it until I have finished the main story on that planet. And that's a big one. I mean, I love side quests. I love doing them. There's so much great lore you can get from side quests in this game, but I cannot do them until I finish the main thing I have to do, which I suppose is how you should do a playthrough, but everyone knows if you ever played Skyrim or Witcher or whatever, people love side quests. They love, seeing how the world is through other quests, which is very important to me, but in this, I cannot do that until I have finished the main objective. So those are the rules so far. If you kept track, if there is anything you guys would wish for me to add or you think would make the game a little bit harder, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know on Facebook or whatever you want to contact me with. I have all my links right below. Please let me know, because I really am excited to do this whole thing. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but I will absolutely love it. I think you will too. Once we get going, I think you guys will actually really enjoy this. And where are we at right now? Okay. Well, I believe that's all I really wanted to say for episode 0 of this series. Just the rules and regulations of what we have to do and what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, you guys can let me know any rules you'd want me to add. Absolutely. Because I want to make this basically a Dark Souls run through, basically. Just really tough, really hard to do, and overall just make it a lot of fun. Because there will be moments where I will maybe click the wrong button or fall off a hill or something and lose like half my health. There's going to be some really intense situations, and I think it's going to make this all the more fun. So thank you so much for sticking with me with this. Thank you for staying on the channel who's been subscribed so far. We're at about 15 subscribers right now. Thank you so much for even staying remotely connected to this channel. I haven't done anything in over a year. I hate saying that, but life just happens. So thank you so much. Next, we will have episode 1 up. We'll be making our character, and I already have the name picked out. So stay tuned. Thanks so much.